Welcome to day one of week 2 of the FGCL Summer Softball League, and we are already started here. RiverMocs and Pioneers. RiverMocs 3-0 so far in the young season. Pioneers 2-2. Claire Ginder at the plate. She is leading off once again for Myakka City. Incoming freshman off to Furman, facing in the circle Kayla Howald. And a strikeout early for Ginder for out number 1. Week 2 here. Starting off at Palma, Sola Park. Gray Robertson here with you. Very glad that you are joining us once again for what should be another very exciting week of summer softball. RiverMocs currently first in the FGCL. Pioneers 2-2, right smack dab in the middle. Mac Leonard will bat second. We'll give you the rest of the batting order in just a moment. First pitch to Leonard, low. Emily Erickson will bat third. Lizzie Schubert in the 4 spot. Jenny Jansen will bat 5th. Kaylee Erickson in the 6 hole. 7-hitter Maggie Turgo. 8-hitter Gabby Benson. Megan Hargraves in the 9. And Ari Quinones batting 10th. Facing in the circle, the freshman last year for Campbell. Kayla Howald out of Bradenton, Florida. Lakewood Ranch High School. 1-0 on the summer. 3.32 ERA. And 6 1/3. She's given up 3 runs. All of them earned 11 hits, no walks, and 6 Ks. Going up against Mac Leonard, really talented player out of Illinois State. Sophomore last year. And that one smacked right up the middle by Mac Leonard, who has a 1-out single here in the top of the first. Defense for the Pioneers. Cameo Presutti out in left. Kara Saylor in center. Skylar Ball in right. Grace Prom over at third. Kayla Poston at short. Megan Piero at second. Jordan Petty at first. Mackenzie Ball behind the plate. Catching Howald. Here's Emily Erickson. Senior last year from BYU. First pitch strike to Erickson. 2 for 9 in week 1. 2.22 average. 3 ribbies. All those coming on a home run here on this field. Opening night, she scored a couple times. There goes Leonard. The throw from Ball sails out into center. And Leonard will just stay put, as Mackenzie Ball put a bit too much weight room on that one. Kayla Howald in the circle. Best pitch is a rise. She can throw it on multiple planes. That's her strikeout pitch, according to head coach Erica Beach. Good pace, lots of spin, and she loves to throw the curve in on the hands on both sides. That one just fouled off. RiverMocs opened the season against the Lynx, an extra inning 8-6 victory, 11-3-5, our first run rule of the FGCL softball season, and then a 2-1 pitchers duel over the Impact. So they've won in a variety of different ways. Only undefeated team in the league. Fouled off. Howald stands in. The 1-2 upstairs on the rise. 2-2. RiverMocs have outscored opponents 5-3 in the first inning. Interestingly for the Pioneers, no runs scored in the first by them or the opposition so far this summer in 4 games. Swing and a miss for strike 3, 2 down. And now here is Lizzie Schubert, the first ever Justin's World of Softball Player of the Week out of Waycross, Georgia. Stetson Jr. Going to be a problem in the A-Sun next year as that one gets away. On the wild pitch, Leonard will stop at third. 2 outs, runner 60 feet away as the RiverMocs look to try and score in the first yet again here to start the season. Lizzie Schubert in week 1, 5 for 9, 7 RBI, 3 homers, 2 doubles. Every hit was extra bases. Scored 5 times. That's why our good friends at Justin's World of Softball gave her Player of the Week. Rise high, 2-1. Two outs, runner at third. Top of the first, no score, RiverMocs and Pioneers. Game 1 of our doublehead coverage here on Stream Live Tampa. Popped up on the infield, running in, and making the catch is Megan Piero for out number 3. And the RiverMocs go quietly. No runs on a hit. They left one stranded, and now the Pioneers will try and get their offense going. To the bottom of the first here. No score. Pioneers coming to the plate against the RiverMocs. And your batting order for the Pioneers. Designated home team today. 2-2 on the season. Batting first, Cameo Prasuti. 2-spot, Kara Saylor. Grace Prom will bat third. Megan Piero cleaning up. Mackenzie Ball batting fifth. Kayla Poston batting sixth. Taylor Gilmore in the 7th spot. Neely Peterson batting 8th. Jordan Petty batting 9th. And trying to turn the lineup over, Skylar Ball in the 10 spot. Remember, if you're just watching us for the first time, 10 places in the batting order here in the FGCL. And they'll face in the circle out of Festus, Missouri. Junior last year from Nebraska, Kearney, Sarah Handrahan. We've seen her once this summer. Went 2 innings in relief, gave up 3 runs, all earned 4 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Fastball, rise, change, screwball, curveball. Her go-to, though, is that rise ball. This is according to her head coach, Michaela Transu, who we'll talk more about as the broadcast goes on. Starting off with Cameo Prasuti. Incoming freshman off to Florida Atlantic. First pitch. Low rise in for a strike. Prasuti out of Fort Pierce, Florida, John Carroll High School. Solid in week 1, 3 for 11 for a 273 average of 429 OBP. She was able to draw 3 walks as well. Had a double mixed in there too. We've seen Prasuti placed everywhere in the lineup by head coach Erica Beach so far to start the season. She was telling us after day one night she just sat in her little cottage about 15 minutes away from here where all the coaches are staying and just threw together the lineup for the next couple games. Defense for the RiverMocs. Turgo out in left, Jansen in center, Benson in right, Erickson at third, Schubert over at short, Quinones at second, Leonard at first, and Kaylee Erickson behind the dish, Emily Erickson over at third. Chases that one, 2-2. Pioneers, though, have had some offensive issues. They played 4 games, only averaging a little over 3.5 runs per game. Scoring has been hard to come by for the Pioneers. And the RiverMocs have done a nice job limiting the opposition. Just 10 runs allowed in the 3 games so far for Myakka City. Payoff coming to Pursuti. Poked foul. Watch out. Taylor Gilmore having a laugh about that one. Handerhan has the call. Another 3-2. Another foul ball. Over in the third base coaching box, the head coach, Erica Beach, former Arizona State pitcher from 99 to 2002. Wonderful career for the Sun Devils, 5th all-time in wins, including a .80 career ERA and 2 trips to Oklahoma City at the Women's College World Series. Poked out to left and drifting foul. Beach went back under her head coach to coach in Tempe for a couple years as an assistant, then found her way to Columbus, Ohio from 06 to 10. Pitching coach up there, and then head coach at New Mexico from 11 to 17. First team All-American for the Sun Devils during her time in the desert. Another payoff. Got her. Upper part of the zone, 1 down. Handerhan goes rise there, and it just clips the upper edge for out number 1. Here's Kara Saylor, sophomore last year out of Stetson, Bradenton, Florida native. Looking to up the numbers a bit here in week 2. First pitch in, pretty big strike zone from what it appears. Saylor 1 for 10 in week 1 with a double and a ribby, 182 OBP. Inside edge again, 1 and 2. So we have seen the upper part of his zone. We have seen the edges called for strikes so far. We'll see if the batters can make adjustments. Went after the off speed, out to left, and just off the glove of Turgo. Saylor will leg it out for second. She's got 2 hits this summer. They're both doubles. Kara Saylor in scoring position for the Pioneers with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Saylor's got good speed. Grace Prom will try and drive her in. Pioneers looking for their first run in the first inning so far this summer. First pitch to Prom. Hit her. As you just heard, ricocheted off the fence. And so I guess she stuck the wing out. Yeah, that's the call from the home plate umpire. Erica Beach not enjoying the call.
And she stands literally like this and literally did not chicken wing it into the plate. I'm sorry. Literally right here. She got hit here.
Coach Beach looking for the explanation. It'll just be a ball to Grace Prom. Gotta love it when the coaches get into it very early. We've still got a lot of game here and one more after this. 1-0, misses outside. Prom freshman last year out of Santa Fe, Lake Mary, Florida, her hometown, and did pretty well in week 1, a 700 OBP. A lot of those walks that she drew. One for 4. Hitting with an RBI. But 2-1 to Prom. Slips in 2-2. Prom yet to take the bat off the shoulder. Kara Saylor at second, 1 down. Bottom of the first, no score. Off speed, misses. Full count. Upstairs, that's a walk. And Prom will head to first on the free pass anyway. And with 1 out, the Pioneers really trying to get something going. Runners left on base has been a bit of a problem in the early part of the season. Left 9 on in the first game against the Squeeze. And that's what we talked about. Only 15 runs in the 4 games they played. Megan Piero will now step in. Low for ball 1. Piero, a sophomore last year for Ken Erickson and the South Florida Bulls. Lutz, Florida native. Piero really good in week 1. 5 for 9, 556 average, 4 RBI, 2 homers. Also a double in there. He's 636 on base percentage. And Handrahan right now struggling a bit to find the strike zone. (2-0). Piero over to first. Leonard fires to second. Not in time. Two down. Mackenzie Ball will step in. A little bit of wind here, mainly at the players' backs, but not too much. We're in the shade over here right behind home plate, so doesn't feel too hot for us. Ball, a junior last year out of Southern Utah, program that really had a good 2020. Despite being under 500, beat Wisconsin, beat Michigan State in a weekend. Nice change by Handrahan there, 0-2. Las Vegas, Nevada native, 2 for 7 in week 1 with 2 RBI. Those both coming on a double against the Squeeze in the opener. 0-2 from Handrahan. Out to center. Long run coming in for Jansen, but she makes the catch for out number 3. 2 left on base for the Pioneers, still scoreless after 1.
Good. Okay, so after the first inning of play, got on a little bit late here at Stream Live Tampa, but we're honored to be showing the Florida Gulf Coast Collegiate Summer League. This is Jim Delaney, your normal play-by-play, but we are extremely honored to have SEC Network Plus and Crimson Tide Sports Network on play-by-play for all of the games here in Bradenton, Florida, or here on Stream Live Tampa. It will be Gray Robertson. So you're going to be hearing Gray doing all of the games through Stream Live Tampa. We want to thank Ryan Moore and Leslie Ginder for having us do the remainder of this season, and we'll be having the All-Star game, the playoffs, and the championship game. We'll go over all of that in future telecasts. I will be here to support Gray, maybe some sideline reporting, handling the scoreboard. But it's a beautiful evening here. We're actually lucky we're sitting here in the shade, and I'm going to turn it back over to Gray as we are scoreless after the first inning.
Thanks, Jim. Yeah, a lot of fun being here after week 1. Glad we're going to be here for a long time going forward. So we've got a lot of good softball that's going to happen here at Palma Sola Park over at Lakewood Ranch, amongst other facilities. Should be a lot of fun. As the RiverMocs trying to stay perfect here on this summer season. Starting off with 5'6'7", Jenny Jansen to lead it off. First pitch strike to the junior last year for Southern Illinois, and just one of the best kept secrets in college softball, as many have written. Big time player for the Salukis. Warrenton, Maryland native, 2020 preseason All-Missouri Valley Conference, rightfully so after being first team All-Conference in 2019 with a .409 average. Hit .400 in Week 1 with 3 RBI. 0-2. Fouled back. It's been very interesting. We haven't seen these two pitchers, Howald and Handerhang, get ahead 0-2 very often, but when they have not thrown the usual chase pitch. They have gone right back in the zone attacking these hitters. Another 0-2 to Jenny Jansen. Off speed, hammered out to the gap. Cut off nicely by Benson, and Jansen will stop at first. Leadoff single for the RiverMocs here in the second. An inning that has not been kind to the Pioneers, outscored 6-1 by the opposition so far this summer. Pinch runner coming out for Jansen.
Great, well, we haven't stopped and played. We had some fans reaching out to us on Facebook, and I want to thank Nathan Ball, watching from Vegas.
Oh,
Mackenzie's Mackenzie's father, yeah.
Can we go?
Yeah, exactly. I met with them earlier this week, or last week, and they're a great family. Mackenzie and Skylar are awesome kids coming here from southern Utah down here to Bradenton, Florida. But I want to thank Nathan. He texted me, he said everything's looking great as they are watching live from Vegas.
Yeah, many ways that you can get involved and let us know where you are listening from, how you're tracking the game. Let you know those in just a moment as Kaylee Erickson steps in. First pitch too high to Erickson, freshman last year at BYU. Phoenix, Arizona native, just like her sister Emily. 3 for 9 RBI homer double in Week 1. Rise goes high. Off goes the pinch runner, Megan Wright, making her first appearance here in the FGCL after she arrived to town during the off day. 2-0 now to Kaylee Erickson. Yeah, let us know if you're watching on the Facebook page or Twitter or anything like that. You can comment there. You can tweet me. I'm at Gray, Gray_Robertson. Also tweet at outofthebox_pod. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. 2-0 to Erickson. Rise high again. Quickly 3-0. Nobody out. Top of the second. Scoreless. RiverMocs and the Pioneers. Pioneers trying to knock off the lone unbeaten team in the league. The 3-1. Rise too high. That's a walk. 2 on. Out comes head coach Erica Beach.
Sorry, Greg. That's what I was going to say. The coach in me was going to say, hey, time to go out and talk to the pitcher. Yeah, as what Gray was saying, please reach out to us on Facebook, Twitter. Twitter, we're at Stream Live Tampa. Facebook page is simply Stream Live Tampa. You can always watch us on YouTube. You can subscribe for free. That is Stream Live Tampa. You can tweet with me on Twitter as well. I'm at on the SLT mic. Not as much as usual for this game over the summer, but like I said, we got quite a collaboration with the
FGCL
and Gray Robertson. I know, Gray, you and I had talked about working together for up to a month before the season started, and I'm glad it's finally came to fruition here. It looks like Maggie's coming up.
Yeah, we were behind only talking for a month, as this league has really been in the works for over a year. As Maggie Turgo steps in. She's wearing 18 today, usually number 19 on the roster. First pitch, a bunt to Howald. One play, that's at first. She gets there on the sack, but the runners advance, one down.
Those of you watching in East Hillsborough County, Maggie Turgo should be a familiar name. That's a former Newsom High School Wolf. Newsom Wolves won state championship down here in 2015, and Maggie was an integral part of that team. Newsom's a powerhouse high school softball program in the state of Florida.
Turgo been a good run producer that time, doing what the team needed her to do, and now an RBI chance for Gabby Benson. First pitch outside of a sophomore last year for Georgia State, Buford, Georgia, her hometown. 1 for 5 in week 1. Scored a run, but a chance for maybe 2. Two-0 pitch. See if Benson attacks. She doesn't. It's a strike. 2-1.
Yeah, the 2-0 pitch. That's always a good argument either way. You swing away, it's a good hitter's count, or, hey, maybe we take it and try to get it to 3-0.
Yeah, something I argued a lot for last week. We just saw a lot of players take that 2-0 pitch. A lot of 3-1 pitches taken as well.
3-1 is the true hitter's count.
I know.
But yeah, 2-0 is a little different, but it can be viewed as a 3-1 as well. It's a more offensive game, softball and baseball nowadays. So
2-2. Got her to go too far around. That's a strikeout. Third of a day for Howald. And quickly 2 away. Runners on second and third. Still no score, and the Pioneers trying to leave 2 stranded in scoring position. Megan Hargraves will step in. DP today. Fouled off. Hargraves, another South Florida Bull here, sophomore last year, out of Okeechobee, Florida. 0 for 2 in week 1. Rise high, 1-1. Howald, the delivery. Little late on it, 1-2. RiverMocs only left 14 on base in the first 3 games. Trying to avoid doing that here, and that was almost strike 3, but dropped by a ball behind the dish.
remember I said Dad's watching. Dad, former coach Mackenzie, was watching. I gotta squeeze that one.
Ooh, wow, just missed there, 2-2. Two down. We're in the top of the second. 2-2 to Hargraves. Popped up and foul.
Hargraves is battling, staying alive.
Saw as the girls got more comfortable, a lot more long at-bats when we went up to Lakewood Ranch to close out week 1. Little late again.
Close to the parking lot here. I was in between 2 Jeeps. 2 nice Jeeps.
I like that we are close enough to where I don't feel totally in danger, but at the same time, I will protect the equipment if a foul ball goes high enough. Another 2-2. That one out to shallow center. And
Great
running
play.
in is Saylor to make the catch for out number 3, avoiding a teammate as she does. And the RiverMocs strand 2 in scoring position. Still scoreless, headed to the bottom of the second. Pioneers and RiverMocs leading off week 2 of the FGCL Summer Softball League. We head to the bottom of the second. Scoreless still. RiverMocs and Pioneers. Due up for the Pioneers. 6, 7, 8. Poston, Gilmore, and Peterson. Shout out to my good friend out of Virginia Tech, Evan Hughes, who's tuning in. We'll see some Hokies coming up later tonight. As the Slice have a couple good ones. Who are repping Pete DeMore down here in Florida. Caleb Poston leading off. Rise ball high to the freshman last year out of Cherry Hill, New Jersey. 3 for 7 in week 1. With 2 ribbies, 2 doubles, 500 OBP. Handerhan had 2 on base with 1 down in the first. Got a line out and a fly out. Off speed misses a bit too far inside. Coming up next, later tonight on our field, I would give you the time, but who knows, we've had some of these games go long. It's Slice and Impact. And on the other field, the Lynx and the Squeeze. 2 teams trying to get win number 3 on the season. Change. Quinones to first. 1 down. In steps Taylor Gilmore. TP tonight usually pitches for the Pioneers. And the first pitch is off the glove of the third baseman, Emily Erickson. Give it an E5. And Gilmore's at first with a 1 out.
Peanut Gallery doesn't like the E5. Couldn't see it in the sun.
Well, as the great Coach Bryant once said, if it hits you in the hands, you should catch it. That one hit the glove. So.
There you go. There you go.
Neely Peterson will step in now. Runner at first, 1 out. Peterson, freshman last year, going to play at Santa Fe in 2021. 0 for 3 in week 1 with an RBI for the Wesley Chapel, Florida product. Delayed rise, called for a strike. Handerhan up, 0-2 once again. That time did go chase, 1-2. Players and coaches had Sunday off to get ready for today and kind of get some rest, get rehydrated, catch up on whatever Netflix show you haven't been able to watch the last couple days. Fouled off yet again. It's Peterson trying to get timed up with Handerhan. Handerhan, a 2019 an honorable mention All MIAA for Nebraska Kearney. Off speed fouled.
Nebraska Kearney, one of the better college nicknames, the Lopers.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, for antelopes. The Lopers, Lopers.
It's a really great piece in The Athletic today about the history of many mascots out there. Alabama, Wichita State, Georgetown. Fascinating story about the Hoyas as Peterson gets caught looking for out number 2. Handerhan, after many fastballs and rise balls up in the zone, attacks with the change. changing the eye level just a bit for out number 2.
Baseball or softball, name of the game is changing speeds. Movement and changing speeds.
First pitch to Jordan Petty. Did she go? No, she did not. Petty, a sophomore last year at Berry, Palmetto, Florida, where she calls home 0 for 6 in week 1. Walked once, struck out a couple times. Trying to keep the inning going with Gilmore over at first. Petty hammers it out to left. That'll drop for a 2-out base hit. And suddenly 2 on for the Pioneers, trying to sneak something in here in the second inning. And there she was, 2-0 ahead of the count, attacking a pitch that was a little bit elevated. Caught way too much of the plate from Handerhan. Took a little off it as well, and now the 10 spot, Skylar Ball has a chance to drive in a run. Ball, a junior last year from Southern Utah. 1 for 8 in week 1 with an RBI.
Nothing like the first pitch strike.
We've seen Handerhan get ahead early a lot so far. There's that off speed, 0-2.
It's amazing how different an at-bat can, the result of an at-bat can be just by throwing a first pitch strike. Down 2-0, and the last batter gave up a base hit.
See if she goes with the high rise. Instead, it was a lower rise. Gilmore at second. Petty at first. 2 down, no score. We're in the bottom of the second. Ooh, wow. Just missed 1-2. Correct call, but that's a nasty, tasty pitch for a hitter. Handerhan. Out to center from Ball, but waiting there patiently is Jansen for out number 3 to retire the side. 2 left on base, but nothing across. We're still scoreless through 2. RiverMocs and Pioneers. Who will strike first? We'll have to wait and see.
There you go. First pitch strike. Even though Skylar hit that ball hard, went right at somebody. It's just the way. It's the softball gods, how it works. And here comes the entertaining Coach Beach.
Erica Beach has been quite a character.
Oh, okay. No worries. Thank you so much. Do you need any more? No, I'm good.
Really enjoyed getting to know her in the last couple days. Really good friends with the whole coaching staff up at Alabama. Patrick Murphy, pitching coach Stephanie Van Brakel-Brothrow, and Allison Habits.
Yeah, Coach Beach has been a blast, as all of the coaches have. I know, Gray, you and I, when we had our kind of a last-minute media day for the FGCL, which I appreciate you being on. That was a lot of fun at Square Up Academy last week in Bradenton. And then we did a quick kind of impromptu show with one of the teams last week, interviewing each player. We are going to do that in the future in different dates. And we'll plan that with the other 6 teams in this league to make sure every player is represented, can get on camera, ask a few questions, so mom, dad, aunt, uncle, friends, family from around the country can see how much they're enjoying the Gulf Coast of Florida here this summer in 2020 as softball is back.
Yes, it is. And no better time for it. March 12th was the day when the Women's College World Series was canceled. Dark day for a lot of people, but softball came back on Thursday, and it's going to be here until in the 20s of July.
Absolutely.
Off to the top of the third we go. 10-1-2 due up for the RiverMocs. Still scoreless. Washington product Ari Quinones will step in. First pitch. Bit too high to the sophomore for the Huskies. Playing under the head coach, Heather Tarr. Really good season in 2020 before everything was cut short. Had the odd Sis Bates injury, the 8-0 loss in run rule fashion Alabama, but after that, Washington really recovered well down in Clearwater and then got things going as they move forward in the schedule.
Yeah, here's that count. That might be our little game this season. The 2-0 count. See how many people swing at it.
Oh, well, the delivery. That one just misses 3-0. Quinones 1 for 8 in week 1, RBI on her lone hit. (3-0). In for a strike, 3-1. RiverMocs trying to get the leadoff runner aboard. Did so in the second, couldn't bring her around. Count full. Kayla Transu over in the third base coaching box, volunteer assistant at Missouri, head coach for the RiverMocs. Player at Hofstra under her current boss, Larissa Anderson. Quinones now aboard with a leadoff walk. Second free pass surrendered by Howald so far early in this game. And her first 2 of the summer season. And now Quinones next to the assistant coach, Camille Morgan, head coach of Boca Ciega High School. Top of the order comes back up with Claire Ginder. Struck out in the first, takes first pitch strike.
Camille's one of 2 local high school coaches coaching in the FGCL this season. Coach Kiefer from Dunedin High School in Pinellas County.
Ginder out to center, and Quinones took off way early, and they'll double her off. Saylor fired, as I think Quinones, honestly like I did, thought off the bat that was going to find the gap, but it just stayed up in the air too much, and very quickly 2 down here in the top of the third.
Hung up in that nice Gulf Coast breeze. We have a little bit of a breeze here tonight. But I thought the same thing. I thought it was going to fall. That was a great play by the center fielder.
Kara Saylor doubling off Quinones at first. Mac Leonard, first pitch. Way foul. Leonard singled, stole a base in the first. Part of what is now, as I do some quick math, a 6 for 10 season for her. Chase the rise, 0-2. There's that shifty rise ball from Kayla Howald. Can throw it all over the zone. And gets her looking. Attacks with the 0-2 to strike out Leonard and retire the side. Still scoreless. RiverMocs losing a couple chances once again here in this game. Pioneers will now try and get up on the board as we head to the bottom of the third. off to the bottom of the third. Still scoreless. RiverMocs and Pioneers, top of the order, due up for the Pioneers. 2-2 on the year, looking to end the unbeaten streak for the RiverMocs. It's Prasuti, Sailor, and Prom, and as we see so often in softball, Sailor made a spectacular play, making the catch out in center field, doubling off Quinones at first, and she's due up second over in the on-deck circle behind Prasuti. She struck out in the first. Sarah Handerhan surrendered 2 hits so far. Left 4 Pioneers on base. 2-0. Foul back. 2-1. Third inning, another one that has been rough for the Pioneers. Outscored 6-3 by their opponents. Offense for them really hasn't gotten going until the latter stages of these games that we've seen. Two and two. Fouled off yet again. Watch out. Little bumper trouble off of somebody for the South Florida Bulls. There's a USF logo on the back.
And it's like it was a short hop.
That one out to left, and that'll drop for Cameo Prasuti. Leadoff base hit for the Pioneers here in the third. And the speedster is aboard. Trying to generate some offense. Here's Kara Sailor. Made that spectacular catch. Well, the catch was good. It was the throwback to first that was spectacular to get the double play. She doubled in the first. Joe's bunt. Prasuti too far off first. She's going to escape to second, though, as the ball got away from Leonard.
Here we go. Keep working.
And on the air, Prasuti now in scoring position. Sailor can take the bunt off. If she wants, we may see her try and push Prasuti to third. The 1-1 lays down the bunt. Just rolls foul. 1-2. Sailor doubled, was left at second back in the first inning. And that'll get her. Handerham with the changeup. Second time she struck out a Pioneers batter. Looking with that pitch, 1 down.
That was nasty, Greg. Just from our angle right here.
Just, again, changing the eye level with that pitch. Rise balls staying up in the zone, then coming down to the middle lower part with the off speed. See what Grace Prom does. Prom walked after it was deemed she stuck the elbow out in the first. Two and out. Here we go, 2-0 count. We'll see if Prom goes after it. That one will hit her. Can't argue with that one. That almost hit her in the back. And now 2 on for the Pioneers with 1 down. Still scoreless here in the bottom of the third. But one of the hottest bats on the team, Megan Piero, stepping in. Tough day for Prom. Been plunked a couple times, only credited for 1. Now here's Piero. Lined out the first and the second, and basically the same situation. Now comes Michaela Transu, looking to chat with Sarah Handerhan. Transu, like we talked about, a coach with Larissa Anderson out of Missouri. Larissa, essentially a pitcher whisperer, had really good stabs at Hofstra. Has a lot of pitchers in Columbia right now. Really a pitch by committee process there. That's a team that will be very dangerous in the SEC in 2021.
Yeah, Coach Transu has been very proud of her RiverMocs after week 1 being on top of the standings. So, like we had said at Media Day last week, give it about a week or two and the competitiveness amongst everybody in a friendly way will come out. It's been fun to watch these coaches talking on social media and stuff like that.
She had some things to say the other day when she and I were with Gina Snyder and Mario Hernandez. 2 on, 1 out, 1-0 count to Megan Piero. And just like in the first, she's ahead 2-0. Just missed 3-0 to Piero now. Four-pitch walk. Bases loaded now. Handerhan feeling the heat. Only 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Still scoreless, but the Pioneers threatening. Best chance we've seen for either team so far. Now Mackenzie Ball steps in.
And she's going to try to get a ground ball. They got the infield coming in. They're going to go 4 if they get a ground ball.
Ball 0 for 1. Flew out to center in the first. That one over to third. The throw home and plenty of time. They'll try and get 2. They got her. Double play to end the bases loaded threat as the defense shines once again. The RiverMocs come up big to keep it scoreless through 3. We've got a pitcher's duel. We've got some missed opportunities by both offenses. We've got a really good ball game to start off week 2 of the FGCL Summer Softball League.
I see that. I'll never say that in the blue, so hey, how you doing? As long as you're okay. You're okay back here as long as you don't try to call my picture. No, sir.
We posted on Facebook about some Wi-Fi signals.
I just guessed.
We are looking into it as quick as we can. These games on Stream Live Tampa, the good thing is they're always streamed after the games are over in case there is a Wi-Fi signal. So sometimes if there is some technical difficulty, we are on top of it as quick as we can. We're sitting right here, right behind the fence. The puppet master, Javier Nunez, myself, his son, St. Leo baseball player Yo-Yo Nunez is here to help as well. So we've got a little extended crew to make sure everything goes well for the FGCL Collegiate Summer League. These games are always available on our YouTube channel as well, even after they're done. That would be our YouTube channel is Stream Live Tampa. So I'm sitting right here next to our technical director, Javier, and he is looking at that, trying to get a stronger signal. And Gray and myself will keep calling the action. And we thank you for your patience.
And we go to the top of the fourth. After the 5th and 6th runners left on base by the Pioneers here in this game, RiverMocs will step in with 3, 4, and 5. Really dangerous part of their order. Going up against Kayla Howald, who's done good work in the circle. 2 hits so far. 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. Facing off against one of those strikeout victims, Emily Erickson. Erickson out of BYU, perennial West Coast Conference power. Always see them in the NCAA tournament. Looking to try and set the table, Lizzie Schubert, dangerous RBI producer right behind her, and then Jenny Jansen in the hole. Outside 2-1. Howald toes the rubber. Just got a piece of their eyes, 2-2. Howald has the sign. The delivery to Erickson. Fouled back. Just got under it yet again. 2-2. Howald's gone heavy rise this whole game. See what she goes with here in the 2-2. Out to the cars.
Snuck in between another one.
I'm really hoping we see one of those balls bounce and go in the trunk of that truck.
It's been on either side of it.
Another 2-2 to Erickson. Waits on it. Out to left for a base hit. And Emily Erickson has a single to get things going here in the 4th. 3rd straight inning. The leadoff has gotten on for the RiverMocs. And now a chance for Lizzie Schubert to do what she does best, and that's get hits. 0 for 1 today. But the Justin's World of Softball Player of the Week, 5 for 9 with 7 RBI in Week 1, including 2 homers off of Howald. I beg your pardon. Different pitcher. Different number 1 that she saw. Those 2 home runs came in the opener against the Lynx. Whoa, watch out. Just a really hard strike, 0-2. Erickson, not a huge speed threat over at first, at least in terms of stolen bases. 1-2. And on the hands over to the shortstop Poston for out number 1. Now here is Jenny Jansen, singled back in the second, was lifted for a pinch runner. It was a hard hit ball a couple innings ago. Takes first pitch upstairs. Jansen, as we've talked about, really talented player for SIU. 667 in the 2019 NCAA tournament. Trip out to Evanston for that regional against Northwestern. Louisville was also out there, as well as Detroit Mercy. Two one. Ooh. Oh, well, took a little bit off that one. 2-2. Top of the fourth, no score. One down here. RiverMocs trying to get on the board. Rise high. There goes Erickson. The throw will hop in, and sliding in safely is Emily Erickson. So forget what I said. She is a stolen base threat, and she's in scoring position. With Jansen at the plate, one of the best RBI producers on the team. Oh boy. Off the mask of the home plate umpire.
It's not Tuesday. Here we go.
He seems okay.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, he's fine. He let us know.
Always like to see this, the unwritten code between a catcher and home plate umpire. Home plate umpire took one right off the top of the head. Catcher just calls time and gives him some time to recover. I love that part of the game. Catcher's showing respect to their home plate umpire, because if she would have taken one, he would have went out, brushed off the plate, stopped action for a little bit.
Last thing we need is a guy calling balls and strikes to be foggy. As that one comes in, and that hits Jansen. She will travel to first base. Pioneers dugout saying she leaned into it. Now here comes.
Did she go? Yeah, I know it hit her.
And after some conferencing, they'll say she didn't go around. It looked like she was going to hold off anyway as it was coming in, but either way, Jansen's aboard. And now, once again, two on base with only one out. RiverMocs have had a couple chances like this, but have not been able to come through. Here's Kaylee Erickson. She walked back in the second. Erickson over at second. Jansen at first. Kayla Howald in the circle. The 1-0. Out to left, drifting foul. One count to Erickson after a brief pause as some more teams are arriving here. 1-1. That one hammered. Coming over and making the catch is Saylor. The runner will tag up. Nice cutoff by Poston at short. And they'll say she didn't tag up. And that's out number 3. Another double play as they say The runner at second, Erickson, didn't stay long enough at the bag. And we're still scoreless. Headed to the bottom of the fourth. Poston put her foot on second to double check and got the call. And the RiverMocs strand another chance. 2 more left on base here in this game. Still scoreless. Pioneers will try and put something together offensively in the bottom half. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning, still scoreless. Pioneers, RiverMocs. Pioneers 2-2 on the year. RiverMocs unbeaten at 3-0. And due up here in the bottom half of the fourth, it's 6, 7, 8. Poston, Gilmore, and Peterson going up against Sarah Handerham, who so far has given up a couple hits, but has stranded 6 on base for the Pioneers. Double play ended the third inning with the bases loaded. Here's Poston. Up in the air, Mac Leonard has it in foul ground, and she makes the catch for out number 1. Taylor Gilmore reached on an E5 by my book in the second. Oh for 1 today. Change in there for a strike, 0-1. Gilmore enters week 2 with a 250 average, 400 OBP. Out of Colorado State. Pitched a gem on Saturday against Fast Pitch U. One and two. Foul back. Well, coming up a little bit later on this field, we've got the slice and the impact. At the same time over on field 2. See the squeeze him a lynx. Got her looking. Off speed yet again. 2 down. Multiple change-ups in that at-bat. 2 away. Neely Peterson struck out looking back in the second. She steps in now. Lower part of his zone, strike 1. High on the rise, 1-1.
One ball, 1 strike.
Peterson previously at Colorado State, left going to Santa Fe next year. Looking for her first hit of this summer season. Trying to keep the inning going. The 1-2. Change fouled off. Peterson waited on it. Nicely done. Handrahan has gone with a steady dose of changeups here in this fourth inning. Still scoreless. The 2-2. Off speed, waited on it, hammered it, but drifting out to center and making the catch is Jansen. So we've seen a couple come oh so close, but not quite. And that retires the side. Still scoreless through 4. Who will strike first? Will anyone strike at all? We'll see, as the defense and pitching's been pretty strong. RiverMocs will try their hand at it once again. 7-8-9 coming up.
As we head into the 5th, as Greg had previously mentioned, you were talking about tonight's game between Impact and the Slice, and head coach Gina Snyder got her first win ever as a coach. This is her first time getting a taste of coaching here in the FGCL Summer Collegiate League. And I want to thank her mother, Kara, made a donation to Stream Life Tampa today. She was communicating with me via DM on Twitter, as Stream Life Tampa is going to do approximately about 30 regular season games from tonight till the end of the regular season in middle of June or middle of July. And less than a year old Stream Life company here in the Tampa Bay area, and sponsorship opportunities for companies advertising their businesses with us. We have some partners that we've worked with in the past and talking with for the future, and we're always pleased when people see genuine work and a small company, small business here in the Tampa area, always willing to accept donations. So I want to thank Kara Snyder from Arizona, where Gina, her daughter, played at the University of Arizona. But so again, I want to thank Slice head coach Gina Snyder's mother, Kara, for making a donation to Stream Life Tampa today.
Kara Snyder, also a diligent listener of the Out of the Box podcast, which is fun. Always cool to have different kind of interactions with some of the listeners of the podcast. As we begin the top of the 5th with Maggie Turgo, who sees the first pitch ball. Turgo, first real chance to get some swings against Howald. She led down a real nice sac bunt back in the 2nd. Still scoreless. Swing and a miss there. 3 hits for the RiverMocs, and 3 as well for the Pioneers. But the RiverMocs have been doubled off a couple times here in this game. Turgo, a junior last year out of Western Kentucky. 378 average entering the day on the season. That one right off the dome of the car over there.
Maggie got a big kick out of that too, as you can see it from the left side of the plate. Just missed that pickup going in that bed you were mentioning earlier.
See if she can plant one in play. Instead takes it high. Full count now. RiverMocs have had the leadoff on in the last 3 innings. Not so there. Got her looking, 1 down. Outside edge. Nice pitch by Howald to get Turgo on strikes. Howald now wheeling and dealing. That's strikeout number 5. Second of the looking variety, and now Gabby Benson, the 8-hole hitter, will step in. She struck out in the 2nd. chase that. 1-1. Time called. Kayla Transu will have a chat quickly with Gabby Benson. No score here. We're in the top of the 5th. It has been the game of missed chances. RiverMocs have had 2 on with nobody out or 1 out. Pretty close to every inning of this game. Pioneers had the bases loaded back in the 3rd with 1 out. Couldn't drive in a run.
Yeah, that one ended in the old 5-2-3 as you score it in the book.
Seen a lot of double plays here in this game.
Yes, we have.
Very random combination double plays, but we've seen it. Chase the rise and fouled it back. 2-2 now to Benson.
As you see how good the microphones are here, you could hear Mackenzie Paul talking to her pitcher as she picked up that foul ball.
Trying to get that relationship. That one just misses. That pitcher-catcher relationship is so important, something we talked to Michelle Smith about on Thursday. That's something that can take a long time to build, and these players are trying to do it in essentially a week. Have that going strong for the rest of the summer season. Payoff, got her swinging. Strikeout number 6 on the night for Benson. 2 down. Seen how we'll go with the mid-level rise a couple times, and Benson just got under it. We've seen multiple RiverMocs batters just get under it. Here's Megan Hargrave. She flew out to center back in the 2nd. First pitch outside for ball 1. Poked over to 3rd. Prom's got it. And very quickly, no chances here for the RiverMocs. 1-2-3 inning, still scoreless. Pioneers will try and get something going, headed to the bottom of the 5th. It's the undefeated RiverMocs trying to stay that way against the 2-2 Pioneers.
Do I dare say it, Craig? Earlier before the game, we were talking with Coach Beach, the 3 of us, about game times, and sometimes there's delays and things like that.
Don't say it then. I know
I'm
what
not
you're
going to say
thinking.
it.
Don't say it.
I won't say it.
Bud Light. No, I'm good. Thank you. No, you didn't.
Oh, wait. Defensive change coming for the RiverMocs in just a moment. We'll figure out what that is. We know one change is happening. That's Mac Leonard in the circle. So she moves from 1st. That'll shift a couple other things around. Should be very fun to figure out where everyone is.
Yeah, there's a current college baseball player working for Stream Live Tampa as part of our crew tonight, and he was watching Mac warm up in the bullpen and came back to me and said, "Man, that girl's dealing." I said, "It's a lot different on the softball side, fellas."
Yeah, speaking of dealing, we have seen Mac Leonard deal so far here early. She's a new pitcher in the circle, sophomore last year for Illinois State, and so far on the season, an ERA of 0 in 6 innings, just 2 hits, 3 runs, all of them were unearned. 5 walks, 7 strikeouts. She's 2-0. She's at first. She's in the circle. Replacing her at first is Jansen. Benson now in center. Hargraves taking over in right for the RiverMocs. Pioneers will try and get to Leonard with 9-10-1. here in the bottom of the fifth of a scoreless game. Mac had a normal Illinois, change, rise, curve, screw, drop on both sides, her go-to. She's got a couple. She likes the screw. She likes the drop ball. Her rise has a couple of command issues. That's kind of where the 5 walks have come from. But she was destructive the other day for the RiverMocs in her first start. That was a game against Fast Pitch U, an 11-3 win for the RiverMocs. She went 5 complete, 3 runs all unearned, and just the 2 hits. Bit of a delay here for some reason as everything gets all set up.
Yeah, I'm looking for the home plate umpire. He's standing right down here. Okay.
He's over there chatting with, I guess, Erica Beach. Trying to figure out the defensive changes as well now. Here comes Michaela Transu to try and get everything sorted out.
Yeah, just defensive changes.
Just defensive changes. I didn't make a sub.
There we go. Right. There we go.
Everything appears fine. We're back at it. 9-10-1. Scoreless game, Pioneers and RiverMocs here at Palma Sola Park. Monday night softball here, week 2 of the FGCL Summer Softball League. Jordan Petty singled back in the second on a 2-0 pitch. And she hammered out to left, and she takes a first pitch strike. Time called. And the home plate umpire having a chat with Mac Leonard about something.
Well, illegal pitches, correct me if I'm wrong, are not an automatic ball at the college level. I think it's a warning first.
No, it's a straight ball.
Is it?
Early on, yeah, but I didn't see any motion. It is an
Yeah, I
0-1
didn't
count, so, and considering the dirt situation here at Palma Sola Park, I wouldn't think the umpires would be looking too harshly at illegal pitches. Quickly 0-2. Oh-2 from Leonard low on the chase pitch, 1-2. Petty got her first hit of the summer year back in the second. Trying to get the inning going for the Pioneers. 3 hits on the day for the Nears. And that one pegs her in the left knee. A little bit of feistiness shown from Petty there. She flings the bat back, and that's a leadoff base runner on the hard way for the Pioneers here in the bottom of the fifth.
You almost got trucked by her bat. Listen, she goes goes blind when she gets hit and turns it into the hole. She doesn't mean it, but she goes. Yeah, no, that I feel that.
Like I said, the intensity is amped up here in week 2.
And Leonard throws really hard, so that did not feel good. As Petty walks around a bit, over by the assistant coach, Carly Milburn. Erica Beach going to check on her. Petty walking gingerly. Looks like she's okay. That is a leadoff runner on. And a real chance here for the Pioneers. Last time the leadoff got on, it was Pursuti in the third. That led to a bases loaded situation with 1 out. Sudi's on deck. We'll see what Skylar Ball can do.
Great, our friend, good friend, Leslie Ginder from the FGCL staff just pointed out during that brief timeout that there was a discussion between the catcher and the batter. It was a BYU versus Southern Utah. I guess it's better than BYU and Utah. I don't think they would speak. The Holy War really goes beyond football and every other sport, even in the FGCL.
You'd have to get security out there as Ball lays down the bunt. Mack has it to throw to first, just in time on the sacrifice. And Ball lays it down beautifully. Petty advances to second. 1 out here, bottom of the 5th. But the top of the order due up for the Pioneers against Mac Leonard. Trying to get on the board in what has been a well-pitched game, but mainly a well-defended game on both sides. Both defenses have really risen to the task.
Yeah, that was a perfect opportunity. Scoreless game in the bottom of the 5th. Perfect sack bunt opportunity right there by Ball.
And giving a chance to a player who's got a hit today in Pursuti. That's a single back in the 3rd. Also struck out in the 1st.
That's illegal. Illegal pitch.
What's illegal?
Cannot take the sign from behind the pitcher's coach.
And an illegal pitch is called for.
I warned her the first time. She's a freshman. There's a ball in the batter. Yes.
Thank you.
Like he was saying, she was taking a stride behind the rubber.
Signal comes from the, it must be on the pitcher's coach. Signal.
Well, this is fun. As the home plate umpire goes and chants with Michaela Transu about it.
Here we go.
That'll make it
2 balls, no strikes.
2-0 to Pursuti. So immediately, Mac Leonard will have to throw a strike. Petty at second, 1 down. Misses low, 3-0. Mac Leonard, sophomore last year at Illinois State. 3-0 in for a strike, 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
See, Pursuti gets one she wants to attack. Clips the outside edge, full count.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Runner at second, 1 down. Scoreless game, bottom of the 5th. Payoff, Pursuti. Swing and a miss. Swung over the top for strike 3.
It's a great job by Leonard. Came back 3-0 from 3-0, including an illegal pitch. Ball called against her to come back and get that strikeout. It's a big K.
Now Saylor will try and be the difference maker. 1 for 2 night for her. Off speed in for strike 1. Saylor doubled in the 1st, struck out looking in the 3rd. Fouled back quickly, 0-2. 5 straight strikes delivered by Mac Leonard now. Oh, 2 chopped in fair territory. Leonard has it. Flip to first. As Saylor got off to a bad start, thought that would go foul. That'll do it here in the 5th. We are still scoreless. RiverMocs and Pioneers, a real battle now. RiverMocs will try and strike first.
Yeah, she comes back from 3-0, including that illegal pitch ball. Gets struck out, battled back hard. Home plate umpire's just doing his job. I mean, he's calling what he sees, and wasn't much argument from Leonard. But deep down inside, that's when the competitor comes out, and she's like, well, I'm just going to have to take care of this myself. And she did right there. So we are scoreless after 5 as we go over to the 6th. And it's, again, it's a pleasure to have Gray Robertson from SEC Network Plus, Crimson Tide Sports Network, coming down from Tuscaloosa. And we were kidding, Gray and I were kidding as we get to know each other over this past week in person. Me being originally from Ohio and a big Buckeye fan, and you were part of the Tide, and they've got a home and home series coming up 2027-28 and on the gridiron.
That they do. I'm surprised you have not used Erica Beach to team up on me since she's a former coach out at Ohio State.
I was working the scoreboard first. I didn't have my mic on when you were talking about her having 4 years in Columbus. Yeah, she was part of the Ohio State softball staff back, I think it was 06 to 2010, if I'm not mistaken. Then we were talking about that the other day, and she says she misses Ohio. Great university, great athletic department, and cool part of the country to live in. As Eric has been one of the many coaches as we get to know here this second week of the FGCL.
And she turns back to Kayla Howald here in the 6th. First pitch fouled back on the bunt attempt by Quinones. Scoreless, top of the 6th. It's 10-1-2 for the RiverMocs. Quinones walked in the 3rd, trying to turn it over for the lineup that has seen a top half that's not been as productive as usual for the RiverMocs. Three hits so far for the RiverMocs today. Quickly, Quinones behind 0-2. Impact slice coming up on this field next in 30 minutes as scheduled. We'll see what happens. Quinones hits it straight back. Watch out. Into the trees and into a different truck bed.
I didn't turn my head, but I heard it. That was directly 6 o'clock behind me.
See what Howald goes with ahead 0-2. Again, something we've seen usually with the 0-2 pitch. These pitchers will throw something well out of his own, try and get a chase, but Handrahan, the starter for the RiverMocs, and especially Howald, is really attacked. And she's gotten ahead. Another 0-2 coming up to Ari Quinones. Slapped foul. Ari Quinones out of Vista, California. Sophomore last year at Washington for Heather Tarr and that coaching staff up in Seattle. Another 0-2. Still a little behind. Another 0-2. Slapped foul.
Coach Transy still has quick hands down there.
Well, it wasn't that long ago when she played. Member of the Hofstra Pride with Larissa Anderson. Now coaching under Larissa out of Missouri. Another 0-2 to Quinones. A ball, 1-2. That one hammered out to the gap. That'll find its way all the way to the fence. Quinones will head for second and stop there. A leadoff double for the RiverMocs after many foul balls. Quinones finds one she likes and deposits it, I should say, to left center for another leadoff runner on and an RBI chance for the producers in this lineup for the RiverMocs. Still scoreless, nobody out. And now the third time for the Myakka City RiverMocs to get a look at Kayla Howald.
Hey, Grace, you got to
Ginder is 0 for 2. Strikeout in the first, flew out into a double play in the third when Saylor rocketed it back to get Quinones at first.
Claire Ginder, another former Newsom Wolf from Lithia, Florida, just north of here in Hillsborough County, a powerhouse high school softball program in the Tampa Bay area, as well as the state of Florida.
Going to make Furman really good next year. As she swings under that one, 0-2. Ginder having some trouble seeing the high stuff. Mac Leonard is on deck. The 0-2 from Howald. Just got a piece. Kayla Howald's up 0-2 and not backing down. Another 0-2 to Ginder. Another foul. Nobody out. Quinones over at second. No score. Which team can break through first? Another 0-2. Chase the rise for out number 1. Here's Mac Leonard, 1 for 2. Rise in for a strike. Singled back in the first, struck out looking in the third on 3 pitches. Already down 0-1. Straight back and quickly down 0-2 yet again. Leonard has driven in a couple runs already this summer. Couple doubles, home run. Oh, 2. Fouled off. Same song, third verse.
Ball, please. Ball, please.
Here in Bradenton, Florida at Palma Sola Park. As we work on a video issue, we will get that back up shortly, but you can still hear us, and the action is live.
Another 0-2. And Mac Leonard right up the middle. That'll get through. Here comes Quinones. The throw from Saylor will not be in time, and we've got a run. The RiverMocs break the scoreless tie here in the top of the 6th with an RBI single from Mac Leonard. And it's 1-0 as finally the RiverMocs break through after so many chances. Mac Leonard cashing in for her 3rd RBI of the summer so far. Emily Erickson steps in now. She singled in the 4th after a strikeout in the 1st. And immediately out to left. Coming in, making the catch is Pursuti for out number 2. Now Lizzie Schubert, 0 for 2 today. But much better contact for the RiverMocs here in this inning against Howald. First pitch, foul. 1-0 RiverMocs on the RBI single by Mac Leonard. 2 down. Leonard still over there at first. Coming up next, Slice and Impact over on this field. Squeeze and Lynx on the opposite side. We'll give you updates on that game as the night wears on. Another 0-2. That one hammered out to left. If it's fair, it's gone. It's not fair. It's foul. Schubert got all of it. But it's just a long, long strike. So that one almost broke the game open a bit. Instead, still 0-2 to Lizzie Schubert. Pitch, fouled off. We have seen some hard hit balls here through the first couple days of the season, but that was right up there by Schubert. Absolutely crushed it, but just drifted foul down the left field line. Another 0-2. Got her. Looking on the outside edge for the K, and Howald has another one. However, the RiverMocs finally strike. An RBI single from Mac Leonard. Ari Quinones came around to score. It's 1-0. Pioneers will try and answer. Headed to the bottom of the sixth. 1-0 RiverMocs trying to stay unbeaten.
Yeah, you're talking about a lot of hard hit balls. A lot of hard hit foul balls. That one was quite the bomb by Schubert. As the RiverMocs have scratched first. Got one right there in the top of the sixth. And we'll see if Leonard can hold on to that lead.
And the Pioneers have had their chances. 7 runners left on base. It'll be 3-4-5 up against Leonard, getting her second inning of relief. After an illegal pitch called on her, fought back, looked really good. Strikeout and then a quick ground out on 0-2 that she took care of herself in the flip to first. One nothing RiverMocs headed to the bottom of the sixth. RiverMocs scored in the top half. Pioneers will try and answer, starting off with Grace Prom, who has not officially had an at-bat today. Walked in the first, was hit by a pitch in the third. Prom trying to get it going. Freshman last year for Santa Fe, taking on Mac Leonard. With that 0 ERA this summer. First pitch strike to Prom. Oh, and 2. Wow, just missed on the off speed.
Yeah, that was a great pitch.
Trying to think, Jim. I'm not sure we've seen Grace Prom swing.
I think you're right.
She walked in the first, had 2 strikes that she both took, was hit by a pitch on 2-0 in the third, and was hit by a pitch there.
Right on cue.
Grace Prom has reached base 3 times without taking the bat off her shoulder. She's aboard here to start off the bottom of the sixth.
Well, it's all about OBP. Get on base. Name of the game. And then bigger things can happen from there. But you just get runners on base and you start creating your own luck.
Megan Pierre will try and drive her in. Piero 0 for 1 today. Lined out in the first, walked in the third. One of the hotter bats on this team. Check foul. No Paris Woods in the lineup for the Pioneers. Coach Erica Beach says just giving her a couple days rest. She'll be back on Thursday. Change low, 2-1. Piero ahead. Too far inside, 3-1. Prom over at first. It's 1-0 RiverMocs. Nobody out, bottom of the sixth. Too high, 2 on, nobody out. Free passes piling up a bit from Mac Leonard. She's hit a couple batters and now walked one since she appeared back in the fifth, and now Mackenzie Ball with a chance to drive in a run or maybe more.
The bunt opportunity right here.
Ball 0 for 2. Hit into that double play in the third. Shows bunt, comes in for a strike. Erica Beach firing off signals from over in the third base coaching box. Went too far. Realized way too late that wasn't going to be in the zone. 0-2. Over to third. And throw to first from Erickson in plenty of time. As good as a sacrifice on the ground out.
That's it. Sorry, Gray. I was going to say the same exact thing. She hit her little high chopper, got the bat and ball, put the ball in play, still moves the runners over.
And now 2 in scoring position for Kayla Poston. 0 for 2. Now hitting .333 this summer. 1-0 RiverMocs, 1 down. Two and 0. Now here's the pitch. If you're Poston, up ahead 2-0. Leonard doesn't want to make it 3-0. See if she's aggressive. Is fouled back, 2-1.
As we are audio only still right now. Runners with second and third, bottom of the sixth, 1 out. RiverMocs up 1. Pioneers are threatening.
2-1 to Kayla Poston. Drop in the dirt, 3-1. She has gone down every pitch of this at-bat so far. And I think the one that was fouled back probably would have been a ball as well from Mac Leonard. Count runs full. Poston out of Barry. Freshman last year. Her teammate Jordan Petty on the Pioneers with her. Payoff. That one is hit out to center. Drifting in is Benson. She'll throw home. It's going to be wide, and we're going to be tied. Piero moves to third on the sac fly by Poston. which allows Prom to come in 1-all here in the bottom of the 6th.
Good old-fashioned small ball there. Get him on, get him over, get him in.
Pioneers doing all this without a hit. Hit by pitch, walk, a ground out. It was essentially a sacrifice for Mackenzie Ball and a sac fly. Taylor Gilmore can give the Pioneers the lead. She is 0 for 2, but had a hard shot in the second over on the left side. Foul back, 0-1. Gilmore out of Colorado State. Broomfield, Colorado native. With Megan Piero over there, 60 feet away. She is the leading run with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. 2-1. And that one will get by. That'll drive in another run as Erickson couldn't handle it on the hot corner. And it's 2-1 Pioneers here in the bottom of the 6th. Second time Gilmore has targeted Erickson over at third. And this time it's costly, as the Pioneers respond right back and grab 2 of them here in the bottom half of this inning. That'll be another E5. Second error of the day for Emily Erickson over at third. Off the bat of Taylor Gilmore. Neely Peterson will try and keep it going here in the 6th. She is 0 for 2. Change in for strike 1. 2 runs on no hits for the Pioneers here in this 6th inning. Now the RiverMocs will be down to their final 3 outs in the top half. And just looking ahead, it's 5, 6, and 7 for the RiverMocs to try and stay unbeaten and keep the game alive. That one will get through on the right side. Gilmore stops at second, and Peterson has her first hit of the summer. 2 on, 2 outs. Pioneers once again threatening, up 2-1 now. Jordan Petty, 1 for 1 today. Singled in the second, was hit by a pitch in the 5th. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs, 2-1 Pioneers. Mac Leonard on in relief, came in the bottom of the 5th. Still only giving up the 1 hit. That was the last single by Peterson. Swing and a miss, 2-1.
As we have video back, we never lost action with the wonderful Gray Robertson doing play-by-play. So we thank you for your patience. We were doing audio only.
2-1 to Petty. Went after the drop, 2-2.
So as you can see, the Pioneers have put 2 on board. Everyone's at first and second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th.
Hit by pitch, walk, ground out to advance the runners, sac fly, error. That's how the Pioneers got 2. Then a single by Peterson. Put her aboard and Gilmore in scoring position once again for Jordan Petty. We'll see a 3-2 pitch from Mac Leonard. The payoff. Back to Leonard. Easy flip to first to retire the side. However, 2 runs on no hits. And the Pioneers come right back and take it 2-1 headed to the top of the 7th. RiverMocs will try and extend the game. Day 1 of week 2 of the FGCL Summer Softball League.
Just like anything with live streaming, sometimes you're dependent on Wi-Fi signal, but our crew here at Stream Live Tampa, we work fast. They were hustling around different cameras trying to get the video back up, and we got it back up here to get into the last inning of this game.
And Jim, I'll correct myself. 2 runs on 1 hit because of the Peterson single at the end, but the 2 runs came because of no hits.
Correct.
For the Pioneers.
Mm-hmm.
Now they'll see if Kayla Howald can get the complete game victory.
Those of you avid pitch count followers, we did not keep the pitch count because we got on just a little bit late and we didn't want to have inaccurate information up there. So it does say pitches are 0, so we just did not count the pitches. We'll do that in the next game. Which next game is Impact versus Slice. Is that
yes,
correct?
It is. Will we finally see the long-awaited start from Oklahoma pitcher Shannon Sale?
I was going to mention that. Shannon from nearby Land O'Lakes, Florida, 2 counties north of here. And I believe I got a text from Ricky Reyes, owner of the Impact team. Might get him on air for a little bit, get a couple questions in between innings. Be the first owner that we've spoken to this early in the season here for the FGCL Summer Collegiate Softball season.
RiverMocs will try and keep it going. Down 2-1, top of the 7th. 5, 6, and 7. First pitch strike to Jenny Jansen. 1 for 1 today. Singled in the second, was hit by a pitch in the 4th. RiverMocs unbeaten on the year. Pioneers 2-2. Jansen. Pass short. That'll be a leadoff base hit for the RiverMocs, as Poston couldn't quite get there. And the game-tying run is over at first with nobody out. Now we'll see if the crew behind that dangerous top 5 can come through with the big hit that the RiverMocs and head coach Michaela Transu are looking for. Kaylee Erickson will step in. 0 for 1 day. Walked in the second. Now 6 hits allowed by Howald today. She struck out 8. Looking for the complete game victory. Kaylee Erickson at the dish. Runner at first is Jenny Jansen. 2-1 Pioneers here in the top of the 7th. Nobody out. Too far inside, 2-1. Erickson, a freshman last year for BYU, 25th member of her family to go to Brigham Young University out in Provo. Trying to get timed up with Howald, 2-2.
$25, wow, good for them.
Definitely a legacy, for sure.
No doubt.
I'm sure admission said, yeah, sure, come on. 2-2 count from Howald. The pitch. Out in front. 2-2 it remains. Kaylee Erickson facing off against Kayla Howald. The 2-2. That one hammered out to left for a base hit. 2 on, nobody out. As Erickson finds one she likes finally. And we'll see what Erica Beach does. Top of the 7th, 2-1 Pioneers. And I think we will see a pitching change.
And Gray, speaking of Erica Beach, her father, Rick, just texted me. He had challenged other parents of players and coaches to help with donations to Stream Live Tampa to enhance our coverage. So I want to thank Rick and, like earlier, Kara Snyder, Gina Snyder's mom, for doing the same for Stream Live Tampa, as we will be here for the summer with SEC Network Plus veteran.
That might be a stretch.
you know the game, though. Gray Robertson on the call for the games here at FGCL. And so we thank everybody that's seeing a good product and a local hardworking team here at Stream Live Tampa.
Change in the circle. It's Taylor Gilmore. She was the DP, now coming in. Righty out of Broomfield, Colorado. So far here in the FGCL, 1-0 record, an ERA of 0, 8 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run allowed. It was unearned. 4 walks and 13 Ks. Rise, drop, has a changeup. It's her go-to pitch, and it is really dirty when she can find it in the zone, but sometimes misses a little bit low. And she comes in. The players on base are the responsibility of Kayla Howald, who leaves the game after 6 complete innings. Maggie Turgo will step in. Turgo 0 for 1. Sack bunt in the 2nd, strikeout looking in the 5th. Shows bunt, fouls it back. Gilmore in the circle. Oh, 1. Shows bunt again. Hits the outside edge, 0-2. Gilmore needs a towel. Nobody out. Jenny Jansen over at 2nd. Kaylee Erickson over at 1st. Pioneers lead it 2-1. The 0-2. Off speed, buckled the knees for a strikeout. 1 down. Looks like Turgo wanted to offer at it, but held off on the changeup. 1 away. Gabby Benson. Oh for 2, 2 strikeouts for the sophomore out of Georgia State. Too far inside, 2-0. Jansen at 2nd, Erickson at 1st. 1 out. Pioneers up by 1. Game tying run is in scoring position. 3-0. Low for ball 4. Bases loaded. A 4-pitch walk to Benson. Loads them up for the 9-hole hitter, Megan Hargraves. Hargraves is 0 for 2. Flew out in the 2nd, ground out in the 5th. Hargraves out of South Florida, looking for her first hit of the summer. Change. 1-1. 1 down. Bases loaded. 2-1 Pioneers here in the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss. The 1-2. Good stop by Ball behind the plate. Make sure that didn't squeak back. Don't want to give Jansen any ideas over there at third. The 2-2. Did she go? No, she didn't. Looked like, well, it was close. That's all I say. Full count to Hargraves. Bases loaded, 1 out. RiverMocs down 1. The payoff. Back to the pitcher. Flip to first for the force. Means there are 2 down. For the 10-hole hitter, Ari Quinones. Quinones is 1 for 1. Double in the 6th. She walked back in the 3rd. 2 outs. Pioneers up by 1. Ball 1. Inning started with a Jenny Jansen single. Kaylee Erickson had a single. A strikeout and then a walk loaded them up. Hargraves just grounded out into a fielder's choice. Just misses, 2-0.
Yeah, that was a nice try by Ball. She's playing a heck of a game behind the dish, making her pitchers look good.
And here we go, a 2-0 pitch. Low, 3-0. Nowhere to put her. Tying run at third. In for strike 1. Strike 2. Count runs full.
Ooh, you got a good one right here, Gray. She's battled back from 3-0, got it to full. 2 outs, bases loaded.
Ari Quinones against Taylor Gilmore. The payoff. Too high, we're tied. Change missed, and we're knotted up at 2. As Erickson comes in to score. And the RiverMocs get the RBI walk from Ari Quinones with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Claire Ginder will try and give the RiverMocs the lead. So that would knock the glove off of ball behind the plate. Ginder 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts mixed in there, looking for that first hit of the day. She's had a hit in every game so far this summer. Brilliant work by Ball to stop that one.
Great stop.
Kinsey Ball will go and chat with Gilmore now. Tied up at 2. 2 outs, bases loaded, top of the 7th. Now, the Pioneers have to think about the next inning. It's 10-1-2 for them in the bottom of the 7th. Their hope is the game will be tied. Claire Ginder is hoping for a different possibility going into the bottom half of the 7th. Up 2-0. Went after it, gets back to the backstop. Coming in to score is Benson. Ball is still loose. Here comes Hargraves, runner all the way to third as Quinones gets to 60 feet away, and after the ball got away and then was misplayed at home by Gilmore, it's 4-2 RiverMocs. A brutal mistake behind the plate as Benson scores on the wild pitch, and then Hargraves scores on the error. 2-1 to Ginder. So now 4-2 RiverMocs, and suddenly the RiverMocs are 3 outs away from staying unbeaten. Quinones at third. In there for strike 3. And the side is retired. But an RBI walk by Ari Quinones, and then craziness at the plate gives the RiverMocs a 4-2 lead headed to the bottom of the 7th. Pioneers now looking to try and keep this game going.
Hey, RiverMocs were down to their last strike. And got a walk that tied the ball game, and then things happen. Wild pitch, boom, just like that, it's 4-2. And like you said, 3 outs away from staying undefeated to go to 4-0 for Coach Michaela Transu's RiverMocs. The Myakka City RiverMocs, I believe, is the full team name.
Going down.
We go to the bottom of the 7th, 4-2 RiverMocs. Pioneers scored 2 in the bottom of the 6th after the RiverMocs got 1 in the top half, but then 3. All coming with 2 outs in the top half to put the Pioneers down 2 with 10-1-2 due up. Starting off with Skylar Ball 0 for 1 today. Mac Leonard back in the circle. Leonard on in relief has allowed 2 runs. Only 1 of those were earned. She's only given up 1 hit, but 2 hit by pitches and a walk have been her biggest struggle so far as that one floats in. 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Remember, folks, coming up next, Impact and the Slice. Already going on the other field. Squeeze and Lynx. Give you an update on that in just a moment. High part of the zone called. They're in the top of the second. No score. Lynx and Squeeze. Payoff. And this will be a tough throw for Schubert. No way. Was offline. And ball is aboard. Honestly, not sure it would have gotten there anyway. And the leadoff runner's on here in the bottom of the 7th. Back to the top of the order. Cameo Pursuti has a single in between a couple strikeouts. Lays down a bunt. Not sure I love that idea. You need 2 runs just to tie it. Don't want to be giving away outs early in the 7th. Runner too far off first. The throw is not in time. Narrowly. It's Erickson. Almost had ball dead to rights. Leonard ahead 0-2. Chopped foul. Too far outside. Erickson keeping an eye on Skylar Ball over there at first. Low. 2-2. Nobody out. It's 4-2 RiverMocs now. 3 runs in the top of the 7th for Myakka City. Pioneers trying to respond just like they did in the 6th. Foul. Good long at bat from Cameo Pursuti. Did she go too far around? Yes, she did. Pursuti couldn't hold off on the drop. 1 down. Tying run still stands at home plate this time in the form of Kara Saylor. 1 for 3 day for her. That one was a double in the first. Holds off, 1-1. In the 7th this summer, RiverMocs now outscoring opponents 3-0. No one had scored in the 7th in previous Myakka City games. Chopped up the middle. Schubert will attack. Rolled up her arm. In time for out number 2.
It was a great play by Schubert to let that come to that short hop.
But now the last hope is Grace Prom, who we still have not seen swing the bat today. Walk, hit by pitch, hit by pitch. And you got to be careful if you're Skylar Ball out there at second. She is dancing around dangerously. Erickson's threatened to try and get her out a couple times. Hit 1. 0-2. Final strike for the Pioneers. Got her looking to end the game. And the Pioneers can't believe it. Neither can head coach Erica Beach. As the inning is over and Mac Leonard gets the victory for Myakka City, who moves on to 4-0. A 4-2 win for the RiverMocs. The Pioneers drop to 2-3. Taylor Gilmore will take the loss as the RiverMocs with 3 in the top of the 7th, all with 2 outs. Moves on to 4-0 and stays undefeated in the inaugural season of the FGCL. Really entertaining game, hard fought. There's more coming up over here at Field 1 because the Impact and the Slice are ready to get going. That one coming probably in about 20 minutes or so. After this one, a very entertaining affair. RiverMocs again beat the Pioneers 4-2 to move on to 4-0. Pioneers dropping to 2-3. That's it for us. We'll see you in a bit. Impact and Slice coming up for Game 2 of the doubleheader here on Day 1 of Week 2 of the FGCL Summer Softball League.